Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account and we're continuing the kind of the progression through the Ghoulish Gallery. So today we're going to be looking at getting the collection for Liberta. So overall, guys, Liberta is going to use this Luminous Flight. Now with this one, we are trying to get the level 2 skill. That is right, level 2 skill in here, very important if we're going to build it out. So hopefully we can build it up at least level 1. Hopefully level 2. Now in here, now remember, there is a very, very big RNG factor to this. Now also for Liberta, we're looking for attack, full attack, and critical strike mastery. So looking at some of these, when you want to actually build these out, you want to make sure that you're picking things that are specific to what we are looking to build. And again, looking at what you're building. So when we look at some of our totems right here, the piercing blade has attack, full attack. Those are the two big ones that we are really looking for, guys, to go ahead and build out this hero. And then also that critical strike mastery. So again, looking at kind of the build in here, we're going to try to, the character receives one attack ability of an elite or higher. We are going to do the attacker assist. That way we can try to get some more in there. Now I went back a couple in these, but overall, we don't want the random. We are trying to build this to an attack. Now, I also looked at the level. When winning a battle and obtaining abilities, the probability of receiving skill level attributes is increased by 100. So it could get a little bit stronger in there. But again, the two, I know right here from this one, we're going to get one skill level there. And this one, the getting the skill level abilities, so it's not going to give us the actual abilities. So we want to, again, I want to stack this one and try to get some more of the tack within here. So this is what we're going to do. So again, we're looking for attack. We're looking for full attack is what we're looking to build here. And we're also looking to get, and just looking at my little guide right here, the level 2 abilities. So we're going to have to see, fingers crossed, guys, if we can get lucky with the skills, if we can build this out for Liberta. Now, overall, as we've seen earlier today, guys, it was incredibly difficult to get through. And right here, they gave us some random factions in here. So we do get a copy of, so that buffed up Honesta. And look at that already, guys. So right off the bat, we got really lucky with the build in there. And that only gives us 3 heroes, but that did build out Honesta all the way to Mythic Plus. Now, this is the first time that I've actually seen this. And you'll also hear, guys, our room is entirely empty. We're actually getting it painted this weekend or this week. So it's actually going to look quite a bit different in here. But there is a little bit of an echo. So there we go. So we get hero number 4. And then in here, since we do have Honesta, we could do the chains. We could do the United Assist with this. 2 heroes of the same faction. We could also go in Maulers. But right now, no guarantee that we're going to get Maulers. And this ultimately does Life Leech. Usually when you're going through here, when you're getting kind of the common thread of enemies or the common thread of your heroes, there's going to be one specific faction that you're looking for. Celestials and Hypogeans, of course, in there. But you'll notice a majority of the buffs that you get out of different places in here are literally going to be built on the same faction and built of the same faction as you're starting to actually go through here. So we got our double points right there. So Magical Pierce, Physical Pierce is increased because we do have Titus in here. So Titus, of course, going to provide that crowd control aspect. So again, looking at the heroes and looking at the build that we have within here, want to build up Honesta, but I think this is going to be the build out of the Mauler heroes that we're going to see in here. Now, again, we got some Maulers in here. Hail of Arrows, I'm not too fond of, but let's see. So we have Grez. We also do have Titus. Focus on building heroes higher. We've said this before, guys. When it comes to building out these heroes and when it comes to actually taking them to Legendary, Legendary Plus, Mythic, even taking them to Ascended, build the heroes first that you have the ability to actually get higher, which is the reason why we went with Grez right here. Because ultimately, you might go through a lot of this content, and then you'll get stuck with heroes like this, where you don't have anyone to really build. So you can pull a hero out of there. And then here, again, this is where we kind of get stuck with what we're building and how it's going to work. So combining rituals, I don't even think I have, maybe I do have 3. There we go. We have 3 to get 1 higher. 1 higher is, of course, going to be Life Leech, guys. We're tripling up on our Life Leech in here. But again, we have a lot more heroes in here, but it keeps giving us more heroes instead of higher heroes, which, of course, Titus goes down right there. Big crowd control hero, but overall, again, we got really lucky off the bat with getting that copy of Honesta. But I want to see what it does, guys. And again, looking at some of the heroes, which I'm going to cover the guide in a little bit on who to build, where to build, how far to build the artifact or these collections. I keep calling them artifacts, and I'm trying to collect it, building out these collections, guys. Here we go. So we got Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper is awesome, especially for some of those pain in the butt heroes that you can actually insta kill with the Grim Reaper. Again, if you're familiar with the maze or familiar with running different game modes, it's the exact same abilities, just changed up a little bit. So if you're running the labyrinth, if you're running it, and there's attack. That is what, again, attack, full attack are the two that we're looking to build out of this run, guys. Because again, we're looking for Liberta. We know we got to skill up, so at least it's going to be at 1 at this point. But we're looking to get 2, if we can get 2 out of here, if we can get lucky with some of these. And it also seems overall, for a lot of times, we're not seeing a lot of the red ones. So there we got Gorvo. You know what? Instead of picking up 2 different heroes, I will take Gorvo. Even here we have Peanut and we have Grez. I'm going to build out Grez a little bit further. Here, crit block rating. And then we got Titus. We built him out quite a bit. So we do have Gorvo in there. So again, I'm going to drop out Rain just because an elite Rain, not really going to do much, but I know a Gorvo, boom, got crowd control on crowd control, which works incredibly well in the formation. Again, I know we don't have our 3 heroes. So there we go. So we got a new ability, which is right there, guys. So that is what we're looking for. Well, we got the crit. I was hoping that was the attack up, which it is not. So in here, again, it is new heroes, guys. You know what? Let's pick up Zorath. Like a combination in here does work incredibly well. But again, the randomness of these heroes. All right, is another one. Wow. And then, of course, the trap. This whole floor is pretty much a wash. Swapping ritual. And again, we're not going for the crit. Let's see. We have the attack. So let's swap these 2 in. Boom. So we get a lot higher attack in there, which is, this is what we're looking for, guys. We want to stack up the skills and abilities that we have on Liberta, meaning that it's going to make a big difference in here. Now, when it comes to the defensive, resilience is what they're looking. So the defense, so actually getting a little bit more defense on there with the defensive rune. Also looking at resilience and looking at the whole life. So those 3 together, guys. And here we have Gorvo and we have Leica. You know what? I'll build up Gorvo a little bit. So we're seeking pretty specific runes for the heroes. Overall, if we don't get the runes or the collections that we're looking for in here, we might end up dropping it on another hero. But there was a full attack. So we have an attack, we have a full attack, which is good. We'll go ahead and cocoon the enemies at the beginning of battle, guys. That one is huge. There's a little bit more crowd control in there for Titus. Then who do we got? We got Titus again for our Maulers. 3 in a row. Who could it be? We have Grez, we have Gorvo. You know what? I'm gonna go with Grez. As Grez with that 9 of 9 is pretty decent in there. And we still have a pretty good match with the heroes we have. And boom, the cocoon, game changer. Guys, when you're coming through here, the cocoon in here is really, really solid when it comes to the progression. There we go, Luminous Flight number 7. Another invisibility trap. That's where we're losing some of our resources. That's okay, because we still got some pretty good heroes. Want to get Honest up a little bit for that Brawler's Protection, making sure that we have the ability to go through here, but we still need another hero that's a little bit higher in here. We're getting some collections, which I'm happy about. Again, based on what we get, and this is kind of the same, when it comes to some of the other heroes, the full attack, even looking at Aziz, the original version of Aziz, again, kind of having a build in there, and I don't want new heroes. There we go. So refresh. Let's go crit. There's attack, which again, I'm going to swap out my life leech. Let's go ahead and see what we can get. So not too happy with that one overall, but let's drop rain in this one. And again, I love the crowd control off the bat. So we got legendary plus or legend. Luminous Flight goes to 8. And again, this crowd control right off the bat, guys, gives us 6 seconds to get that energy really going, making it through this game mode. Full erosion. We need a swap on that, guys. We do not want erosion on this hero. And there we go. We have Saurus. I'm going with Grez again. That gives the plus 60 right there. All right, so the combination ritual. So we dissolve, crit block, crit resistance. See the amplification. I'm going to keep. See what we get out of here. It is CBR. So who do we have? We have Honesta. So again, we're going to go in here for that Brawler's Protection. Then, of course, we have our first boss in here. And we have a new subscriber. Thank you for subbing to the channel. Wakai, a brand new sub to the channel. Let's see, guys, if we can get this done. And, of course, Tassie. You don't have to get that extra 15% on Tassie. And there's Buffer. So Buffer, again, another one, new ability, which is, I believe, which one is that crit? We're getting a lot of the defensive in here, which I like. 20 attack, grants 5 at the beginning when they cast an ultimate. We'll go ahead and do that. Cascading power in here. Again, once we hit up an ultimate ability, which again comes pretty quick, just because we have the ability to get through here. And some of the heroes in here that I wouldn't recommend, like Gorvo, Gorvo on the enemy team, very, very difficult to deal with. When you have a hero like Gorvo, it can be incredibly difficult to deal with. There we go. So Windfall, we get some armor. Here we got Zolrath. So again, we're going to pick up, let me pick up Peanut. Refresh. So let's see, guys, full erosion, we do not want. That is absolutely one we don't want, which we get an HP. So, okay, whole life is what we're looking for. So there's Titus. See now we need the 3 of 9 in there, but let's go build out Titus. I feel like that's going to be a pretty good crowd control, but I want to drop Peanut in here. And we know we're going to get some mitigation right there. And then, of course, we have the Brawler's Protection, or excuse me, we don't have it yet. Well, the 4 skill, but overall, we don't have the engraving on Honesta, but Physical Pierce. This is another one, guys, that we've been kind of talking about. Physical Pierce. So if we're building a support collection, if we're building it for Liberta, that is going to have 0 probability of getting used. Even though it popped up red, which I really like, we're looking for attack, full attack, and we're also looking for that critical strike mastery in here to get these built, guys. Come on, we need a couple more. We're only on floor 8, so refresh. Physical Pierce, again, is one that is going to go. Full defense. So again, we're looking for some attack in here, and unfortunately, at this point, we are not finding it. Ty Lee's another one. Incredibly difficult to fight in this game mode. Now, Titus and Gorvo, combination of those two, we do have a pretty good build right there. There we go. There's the 60 for the Brawler's Protection. That is going to help a little bit. Then I don't want new heroes in here because we want to continue building. So there was Skarath. We still have Gorvo in here. Gorvo, of course, going to be pretty strong with those shields. Then we still do have Peanut, but going to be good. And I'm hoping in here that we can burn down some of these targets. Again, just have to get them that 85%. Brawler's Protection is up. Full attack. There it is, guys. So we got the attack. We got the full attack. We just have to swap. We just have to get that one higher. We want attack. We want full attack. If both of those we could get to red, would be kind of crazy. I'm hoping that's the case, guys, that we could get both of them built. Full attack. Again. All right, floor number 9. Got some tough boss battles that are coming up. But again, there's the bubble from a star. A star goes down pretty quick, though. But the Brawler's Protection, as well as getting those minions up from Grez, does work really well. There's an HP. Now, we are looking for a whole life. We are looking for some HP in there. Luminous Flight goes to 10. So who do we got, guys? We have Honesta, and then we have Gorvo with the 60. You know what? I'm going to go Honesta. Feel like at the build. So swapping. Okay. So we got full defense. Again, defensive entry, which we could use. HP we could use, but even HP, I want to swap the HP. And it lets us swap. Okay, so we want HP, and this one we're going for attack. That is going to give us a red attack for Liberta, guys. That is going to be very, very strong. Here we could go with Scarath and swap Scarath for Peanut. That also would give us that 3 bonus. Invisibility, again, we're getting knocked out with this invisibility, guys. Not going to use, not going to use. Let's go ahead and Gorvo, which we could use Leica. That would probably be pretty viable. Drop out Peanut. I'm going to drop Scarath in here. That gives us the Mauler. 3, of course, right in there. And I always worry because of Titus and Anasta. But again, we have them both at, and there's a defense. We want defense in here too, guys. This is going to be a pretty good run. Honestly, if we can get through the rest of this and get through it with some decent levels, some decent collections in here, we're going to be doing pretty well in this game mode. I am happy with what we're seeing so far. And this, of course, is going to go on Liberta, guys. Floor number 10. So we get a new asset right there. Couple more battles. Have a couple more battles to get through this one. Come on, hit that 15%. Take these targets down. And, of course, Rez having those minions up. Gorvo with some crowd control. And there is a buffer. Full erosion. We don't want full erosion. All right, so swap again. So we got attack, we got defense, full defense. We have defense, we have HP, but we want, you know, is this just a swap? It is a swap. Full defense for full attack. I'm wondering if we could go double attack. Yeah, I like the full attack, but do I have, we swap this? No, what are we looking for? So full defense. I want to keep the defensive rune on there. So it's going to go red to, what are we doing? Red to blue? So red to the full attack, right? Or no, that's the regular attack. No, that's the full attack. That's what I was looking at. There, so we want the full defense to the attack. We can select up to 2. Full defense to our full attack. There we go. So let's swap these. And I'm pretty sure we can put 2 attack. If not, I probably just screwed myself right there by building that up or putting 2 full attacks in there. But again, attack is the number 1 priority, guys, when it comes to Liberta. Running in here is the attack that we get out of there. Again, Scarath, crowd controlling them up back here. Wukong, of course, very, very tough to deal with in the back. All right, guys, we're to the end of floor 10. Let's see if we can get these through. And I'm worried even here, guys, with Isolde and a couple other heroes in here, that if we can get, we're going to have to stack a lot to get these targets down. And look at this, between Rowan and Isolde, guys, we're not going to get Isolde down. Maybe if we can crowd control. Look at Isolde. What a monster. Wow. Yep, Isolde took us down in there, which would be nice to have Grez. It would have been real nice to have that Scarath for some crowd control. And the final battle in here, guys, what do we got? We got Hendrik. Want to take out Pippa pretty quick. This is the final one, so that could have cost us the perfect relic in there, or the perfect collection in there. Boom, take the last one down pretty quick. Gives us some dissolve, so next floor, and that is it, guys. All right, so let's see what we get out of this one. So here, we're going to do the skill level up, or let's see where we can use that. Because here is the defensive, here's the attack. We got attack, we got attack. And I'm thinking here, what do we have in, we have physical pierce, we have crit and crit. Again, full attack, we could go green, but I'm going to go with some crit in here. Insight could make a big difference. Just for the crowd control, again, erosion, physical pierce, we're not going to use. Let's go with just a touch more crit in here. Just thinking about being able to max. And again, you know what? But that's only a 0.15. If that was red, that would be close to perfect, guys. But I'm going to go with a crit within here. Then, of course, we wanted defense. We wanted life, which we got. So we got defense in there. We got life in there, which some HP. Again, dissolve is going to be that crowd control. But we also do have the buffer in there, HP armor. And again, looking here, defensive, resilience, full defense, which we have. Dissolve, again, crit block rate. I'm going to go with double. You know what? I'm thinking HP. And again, just kind of thinking of the whole life, the defensive. This is going to make them really, really tough. And then, of course, we're going to go with the skill. So we do get a higher skill level in there. So let's go ahead and etch this thing up. That's what we got, guys. So that's pretty good. So overall, guys, we got attack, defense, skill. We got some HP, some crit, some HP. So overall, again, this is the one that we built out for specifically for Liberta. So we can actually drive up the damage that he's doing here. Even looking at 10 attack here. And then, of course, it does go up a little bit. But when we look at the collection that we just built him in, look at the one they gave us, guys. Attack, defense, full attack, 2.9. We're looking at a massive, massive bonus to attack. And I want to see exactly where it's at. So attack rate here is at 272. And I'm thinking percentage-wise, this is going to be big. So 323 from 272. Wow. That is the multiplication factor, guys. So when you look, the almost 8% attack, so almost 16% attack rate there. With a massive defense, and then of course double HP, a little bit more crit in there, and then of course the collection itself has that. If we would have gotten the level 2 in here, so again, we'd have to kind of build it out a little bit different. But overall, guys, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.